Hi, everyone.
Oh my gosh.
Welcome
Everybody heard my fears.
to the show.
Is this, are we doing this? Are we doing this now?
Yeah, we're live.
I am here. I should probably log in so I can see people chatting and telling me what an awful job I'm doing.
Oh, yeah.
Mistakes can and will be made.
There we go. Okay. Well, yeah, we're back doing some Weird Frontiers, DCC style. How are my levels? Everybody hear me okay?
Yeah, sounds good to me.
Yeah, good. Okay, so we left last episode with a lot of you folks really bad off, nearly broken. McIntyre in particular is awfully decrepit at this point with almost no stats left.
Mm-hmm.
And you were pulling yourself in to the cliff wall that surrounds the small sleepy city of Adobus, which you have tracked the jackals to. And you're just approaching as night's falling, and there is let's see who Jebediah has been through here before in his wandering, so he knows that there's basically there's a little sheriff station out here where there's usually a deputy manning it before you get down into Adobus. They just check your guns, make sure you're not an outlaw, that sort of stuff. And that's what you guys are coming up to when we ended last. But before we get into that, Chuck, you got any pre-roll for us tonight? And of course, my dog has just come out to say hello. Hello, doggy.
No, nothing. I'm ready to go.
Nothing. Okay. Well, then let's get the lawyerese out of the way. We are instructed to tell everyone listening that you may enjoy yourself, you may laugh, you may guffaw, you may have a good time, but you will probably feel bad about yourself later. Mm-hmm. And just get that out of the way. Chuck, who you playing tonight?
I am playing Pierce McIntyre, occultist extraordinaire, and the almost a corpse in the back of the wagon.
Almost a corpse, but not quite.
Not my fault this time.
Not entirely dead.
I feel like it's important. I didn't shoot him this time.
Did you?
No, not this time.
Okay. Yeah.
I only shot the bad guys this time.
It was
this time.
Bad gardening that got me this time.
Yeah. Horticulture is not your friend.
No.
Jacob, who you got tonight?
Well, I will be playing Killian Fauché, who is a French calavera, and he speaks with ghosts, and he treats the living as if they were more of a burden to him than the dead. But sometimes that's just the way it is. Case in point, these living people torturing the town of Adobus. What a bunch of jerks.
There's that.
Not just me.
Jeremy, who you got tonight?
Hi, I'm Scab. I'm what they call a Tommy knocker. I don't know what that means, but I'm 12 years old and I used to work in a mine and it caved in. I've been feeling funny ever since. But Mr. McIntyre is my new dad, and he's great. He's the nicest person in the world. I'm going to do everything in my power to keep him alive.
He's looking more and more like you every day. I mean, you being an actual walking corpse. So,
Yeah.
the family resemblance is starting to show.
I felt bad because none of the plants wanted to bite me. It wasn't fair.
This is true. Eddie, who you got?
I'm playing Ivan, the very large filler of pants and wrestler of men, luchador extraordinaire, who has suddenly found himself with a awkward left hand that almost certainly will cause no problems whatsoever, I am sure.
You got this dainty, pasty left hand that belongs to someone who's never worked a day in his life. You got to train that hand up, man. You gotta.
I gotta do some.
Do some isolation exercises,
tanning, and
gotta have to get yourself one of the little one of these guys, the little grip things. Mine's broken.
Grip trainer.
Go in the trash.
Just hang your hand out in the desert sun all day too, so you can get that tan going on it.
Yep. Keep the oil on it.
Even up the tone.
Joe, who you got?
Yeah, I'm playing the Jebediah Bajevums, our gambler con man extraordinaire. That's about it. Not any cons he's really running this time, but hoping to make a buck wherever he can.
His whole life is a con. That's what it comes down to. Daniel, who you got?
Technically, I'm playing Chance or Gunslinger, and I'm so confused about so many things anymore. He mostly shoots his friends. Sometimes he shoots the bad guys. The rest of the time he misses. Kind of hit it off with a vampire.
Maybe that's your calling. Monster Slayer without the S.
Hmm.
There's already a city of fish people that remember Chad.
Exactly. I
Right.
think it's a thing. I think he picked up a fetish in his last town. Okay, guys. So you were coming in again above Adobus. This is kind of, you're looking down at it below, and you're seeing fires, people screaming and running in the streets. You got to kind of work your way down through this trail. But before you do that, there's that small building that just stands right above the valley that cradles a small town. And again, Jebediah, you know, there's usually a deputy posted here, but the building looks vacated. There is a horse tied to a post here, as it's just kind of grazing at grass. Looks just fine, but you're not seeing any sign of that deputy. Doors closed. There's no lantern light on the inside. Generally, there is. There's always someone posted here, day or night.
Do I see any signs of like a forced entry or
Doors
bullets?
closed. The windows are intact. There's like 2 windows. There's one window that has the view of you guys coming towards it, so of the road, and then the back window has the view of Adobus down below. They're both intact. Can't really see anything in there though, because you know the sun's kind of just about down over the horizon. There's no light inside, so you can't really, at this distance anyway, see what's going on in there. But you don't see motion, and the windows are closed. They've been pulled down, which is also pretty typical. It gets windy up here.
Sure. Probably make my way closer. I'll try and stealth up.
You want to stealth up? Okay.
Yeah.
Make me that roll.
Hey there, Oak.
let's
Welcome to the
do-
place.
This will roll it as
Happy birthday, Bert.
agility.
Is that a thing?
Yes, I am 51 as of yesterday.
God
Miserable day. Yeah.
Wow.
Everything hurt twice as
Happy
much.
birthday.
Oh my gosh. You've ranked up to 2x pain.
Yes, I'm apparently 51 is the threshold for 2x pain.
Yeah.
Happy birthday.
Just burn a boon
Thank
and
you.
re-roll.
Happy birthday, you sexy beast.
Oh, look at that, Jebediah. 20.
Starting
giving
out
himself a
strong.
boon. Okay, so
Yeah.
you have beaten the modules gotcha on this one. You have successfully snuck up to the window, and you kind of cup your hands just at the edge so you can peer in. There is in fact a deputy there, at least, well, used to be a deputy. It's still very much alive, just not looking much like a deputy anymore, as his neck and arms and shoulders are kind of thrown back, and out of the middle of his chest are these waving tentacles. One of them is gripped around like a handle of whiskey and is just pouring it down the deputy's throat, who you can see he's still alive. You can see his throat going glug 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 as the tentacle is feeding him this handle of whiskey. I think that's a grit check.
Yeah.
On one hand, Chance appreciates.
At the very
Now-
least, he's still got taste.
I will give you a bonus on this because you feel you did a really good job at stealthing up. It's more the shock value to see if you can keep from yelling out, but you can take a
Right.
-2 to the whole roll. Of course, or excuse me, make the roll with a +2. And I'll actually even
Okay.
give you a bonus on the fear chart if you fail it. But go ahead and let's have that check.
So I got a 10 for the modifier though. I forget.
Okay, you're
is
good.
Grit.
No, you're good.
Okay.
Only looking for an 8 on this one.
Okay.
Okay.
Cool.
So
Better, I think.
there's some creature either being birthed from said deputy or is wearing the deputy like a puppet. Kind of hard to tell, but there's definitely something wrong with the deputy.
Wave my gun around and
And it looks like he is still alive.
Yes.
Like
I mean, you can see, even though his head is kind of thrown back, actually, if you discount the tentacles coming out of his stomach like a chest burster, he looks like he's drunk and he's just pouring that whiskey down his throat. You're seeing the glug glug motion of his throat as he's taking it in.
I want to put him out of his misery. I don't think that's gonna. I don't think that's gonna wear off.
Okay.
Okay. Could
Well,
just
if
be
you want to
really
shoot
bad
through the window, you
hangover.
can. I'm going to make it a little more difficult because you do have to actually shoot through the window. It is closed.
Yeah,
But I'll give it to you. You
I
can go ahead and
try
make the
to
roll.
Open it.
Yes, I tell you what. I tell you what we're going to do here. Go ahead and make me that roll. And yes, you can call this one of your how do we
Questionable
delicately call it?
pursuits.
What are your thief skills?
Yeah, I've got the questionable pursuits.
Yes.
Which gives me a
All
plus.
right, so you're going to try and open this quietly. Now, here's the thing: if you fail this, we're going to go directly into initiative. Okay, I'm just giving you the
Okay.
stakes up front. If you want to just shoot through the glass, I'll give you the jump. I'll give you an
I'm
action
not
before
wanting
anything
to
else happens.
shoot it.
Okay.
I'm wanting to throw a card at it.
Okay.
So,
A 1.
Oh my god.
That's a fumble.
Oh,
You
God.
go to raise the windowsill, and it's jammed in there tight, and it feels like it's going to go up real slick at first, but then it's like psh, you shatter a pane of glass. All right, so the handle of whiskey's dropped on the ground. The deputy goes for his gun as he sees you through the window, and those tentacles are still waving around. They kind of smashing around the desk that he had his boots up on. And we're in initiative. I'm assuming everyone else is off just a little bit. So let's just have me and Jebediah for one round, and then everyone else can come in.
Oh no!
You're fine. You've
I
got
should have said
this.
something. All right.
If you see something, say something.
Say something.
Mhm.
Yeah. I'll remember.
I think Jake and I are just pointed at the same time.
Exactly.
All right. Well, he
It's
got a
public service
17. What did you end up
Getting
getting?
5.
Oh, that's
Not
not
a
good.
17.
Okay, those
I think that should be
tentacles.
modified, from but it's not enough. It don't matter.
Those tentacles just continue to reach out of his body, unspooling as they shatter the window, trying to grab onto you and yank you inside through
God.
the window. So we're going to make an
All right.
attack roll here.
Just don't get pulled inside of the window so I can shoot blindly at the building, please.
I like that. You should do it.
Oh, misses. Yeah, so most of
Okay.
its force is expended breaking through that lead glass, and they flail around, not quite getting to you. So that is its action. And you notice that those tentacles do have quite a bit of reach. What do? Those of you that are on the horsebacks right behind, you hear the shattering of one, like a pane of glass, and then now you're hearing the sounds of multiple panes of glass shattering. You see Jebediah kind of wheel back real quick and does what?
Yeah, I'm gonna yell back like, "There's something fucked up about this guy." I'm gonna start drawing cards. So burn 1, luck, and everyone's far enough away that
It did not get a hold of you, so you're not technically in melee. You're good. So I tell you what, roll 2d6 for me, because range will matter if you flub up one of those cards.
Okay.
Okay, you're about 20 feet, so you're 20 feet away from that windowsill. So you like kind of backstep real quick, and you weren't quite right up to it after it shattered. So there we go, 20 feet away.
Okay. Alrighty. First card, 7.
Yep. Just draw until you either flub it or you get a face card, or you want to stop.
Yeah, and that's kind of how I'm thinking. Another 4. An ace. Is that? I think that's a flub.
Yeah, that's a flub. All right, so go ahead and resolve all the just damage you do for the first few cards.
Okay. And that'll be. This window's acting weird. I can't see the bottom of it. I don't know why it's doing that. Looks like 8 damage total from just those. And then the flub, an ace. I think, isn't that like a D8 of damage to me?
It's a misfire. You suffer a D8 hit points of damage, and you gain a hex token,
Okay.
and you must stop at that point. So 4 points of damage as it explodes in your hand. Take a hex token,
Okay.
which you can immediately spend a boon on to get rid of if you want to.
Yep.
All right. So you guys kind of see this. You see his normal. You see him pull out his deck of cards and starts flipping them into that little pillbox of a house. You see him pull up one card. It explodes in his hands as he kind of shakes it off. So let's have everybody go ahead and initiative now.
Oh yeah,
Make sure I got my token selected.
that's a good point.
Oh yeah.
We still have the bonus to initiative going on right now.
It has not worn off yet. So yes.
What
Was it
is
just a
our
plus
bonus?
one
Is it
check?
+1?
Hang on.
Yeah, it's 1.
Okay.
Yeah. Let's see. Reminder: everyone has 3 damage reduction. Doesn't apply to magic.
Yep.
Additional 1 to AC, as well as rolls for saving throws and initiative checks.
God, that's a
I'm
good
going to
spell.
give you a real
All
great
for the
question
low
here.
price of having a permanent scar on your buttocks, courtesy of McIntyre.
You're welcome.
Yep.
I got a real gray area question for you here, Bert. Would
Mhm.
this be a situation where I could use spinning lead?
What's it do again? Refresh me on that.
It's the if you know, like, by the gunslinger must be aware of the target's general whereabouts to declare the trick shot.
I would say, yeah, you see
And
tentacles
it's
flailing
like,
out of the
like
windows.
curving a bullet in, like, you know,
Yeah.
we got the open
Yeah.
window.
Nice, curving the bullet
Yeah.
into the building.
Like
Yeah.
the building is small. Like it's literally kind of just like, think of a phone booth, maybe double that size. It's really small. And you see the tentacles out of the window trying to lash out at Jebediah. So you definitely know there's something up.
Okay. If it wasn't a go for that, I was going to do something different. So I just wanted to check.
Does everybody
first.
have their initiative in?
I don't, because
Okay.
I could have done something for initiative instead. So
Okay.
1 second. I think I get an unreasonably high initiative bonus. Oh gosh, except when I roll
That low.
when I roll that low.
We got a +6 to initiative. That's amazing.
I do, because I get to add my reflex bonus to my initiative
Oh, nice.
Oh,
instead of my
nice.
agility. So I just do my agility modifiers too. So I just add +4.
So
for
8, I'll put it in there for you. All right. So descending, we're starting with Ivan. You're probably sitting in the back of a wagon, I would imagine. I don't think Ivan rides a horse for the most part.
No, I'd be in the back of the wagon.
Yeah. Okay. We'll say range. So he was 20 feet away. I'm going to say you guys are 60 feet behind.
Yeah, I'll probably just spend it moving up.
Okay. You want to use a power to leap over there, or do you just want to use your movement just to get up there?
No, I'm still a little in shock over the hand thing, so I'm probably going to move up cautiously.
All right. Cautiously. Okay. So do you want to double move or just kind of get a little closer?
I'll probably move up. I'll probably use whatever I need to move up as far as I can within maybe 20 feet of it
Yep,
or
that's
so.
fine.
Like,
If
I'm
you
not going
double
to
move,
I want to stay a
standard
little
move.
distance.
Yeah, you can get up within 20 feet. So you're pretty much right next to Jebediah then. Who is next at a 14?
That's me. I was eating jelly beans. Let's see. Well, now that I've got my friend next to me, I'll probably not draw any more cards for a little bit, and I'm just gonna pull out my lever action rifle, take some shots at him.
Okay. If you're not moving, you can pull that out for free. That's fine. You can go ahead and take some shots through the window. Well, we'll do this on Ivan. Actually, we should do it now, Ivan. We should do it now. As you move in, so you're side by side by Jebediah, and that window's been totally broken out. You can see the horror within. So why don't you go ahead and give me your check?
Oh yeah.
Oh boy.
Hooray!
You're fine.
Oh, nice.
Easy.
Tentacles, no big deal. No big deal.
You've watched anime before.
He's a fan.
My hand starts my new hand starts tapping my thigh. I look down and it just gives me a quick thumbs up.
Yeah.
I'm like, you don't
It's
get a
all good
vote
here.
in this.
It's all good here, boss. It's all good. All right. So Jebediah, what do you want to do? You got your
Yeah.
rifle out. You gonna take a shot or
My
two?
rifle. Yeah, it says rate of fire 3, meaning
So you can get 3
fire
shots
3
off.
times.
Now, do keep in mind, while it's nice to be able to do multiple shots, since you are at a -1 for each shot after the first, and also reloading takes a long time. So keep track
Okay.
of how much that actually holds in ammo.
Sure. Yeah, I'm just gonna fire off twice.
Okay, so you get one at full, then one at -1.
Actually, I don't know what its total clip size is. I don't know
What's the weapon?
It just says lever action rifle.
Okay, yeah, that's just the basic firearm. So lever action rifle. It's not a revolving, so
I'm not too many shots.
4.
4. All right.
I'll give you
Yeah,
4.
I'll take 2 then.
Okay.
Alrighty. Then we're drawing cards for this. So first card is 10.
Yep.
And then second card is an ace.
Well, you get your first
Right.
shot off, and that one's at full anyway. So go ahead and make your
Welcome to
roll.
my life, Joe.
This is why I don't use these. All right. I think that's a full shot.
8 modifiers, so that's going to just miss.
Yep.
And then your second one jams on you.
All right.
And let's see what happens.
Yep, technically, you can explode your gun or other exciting
Yeah.
things,
Nice.
which I've totally never done and been stunned for most of combat
It's never happened.
6 or 7 times.
Never.
Never once.
All right, so go ahead and roll your fumble for your firearm. Remember, it's capped by whatever your fumble die is, so you're going to roll your fumble die here.
Okay.
If you've got a positive luck modifier, it reduces the number. If you've got a negative luck modifier, it adds to the number.
I think my fumble die is just a D10 then.
And do you have any hexes currently, or are you even up?
I do not. I have 1 boon.
Okay.
So, does the boon modify it?
No.
Okay.
This saves you from
D10.
being worse,
Mhm.
And then
potentially.
luck subtract. So I have a positive 3 modifier right now, so it'd be a -3, right?
Right. So you got a 5 as your total?
4
wait,
is
you
my
just rolled
total.
it. 4. Okay. Yeah, it's an overpacked cylinder. Basically, your ammo goes off just a little earlier than you expected. Roll a D3.
Okay. 2.
Okay, a 2. So you're stunned for 2 rounds. Basically, it's a powder flash to your
wow.
eyes. You were not expecting it. And everyone else
Okay.
within 50 feet of him, which right now is just Eddie, but Eddie doesn't shoot. So it doesn't really, well, actually, yes, you're still at a -2 to your attack, Eddie. It's a blinding flash. It just goes right off. It kind of sears your retina for just a second there.
You wouldn't believe
Crap.
how many times I've gotten this.
You're
Joe.
not stunned. You're just at a -2. Only Jebediah gets the full effect of that. So that was Jebediah's turn, giving us Scab.
All right. There's not really any way I'm going to close in immediately this round, but I do have these handy dandy throwing axes from those evil bastards. So I'm going to come running in, and I may not be able to see inside the building, but I can see those tentacles near my newly blinded friend. I'm just going to toss that axe at the tentacles.
Yeah, you can do that range wise. That's going to be a small penalty for the range, though.
Okay. Like a -1 or -2?
Just
or...
a -1.
Okay, cool. I'll get that typed in here. Yeah,
You hit the side of the building, right near the windowsill.
I've never thrown an axe before in my life, but I just wanted to try it.
Right, it
Sun is in your
goes.
eyes.
So a brace of tentacles shoots out, trying to envelop both our Luchador and Jebediah. So it's going to make 2 attacks. This one's Jebediah first. What's your AC, including the +1 you get from McIntyre?
Would be 16.
So it hits. Okay. Take 1 point of damage.
Actually, I know 15. There.
And you are yanked into the building.
Oh, God.
Roll a d4.
Okay.
And you take 3 more damage as just the glass, what's left over, just serrates your skin as you're pulled through. Eddie?
Oh, we still have 3 damage reduction, right?
You do. And this is
So-
physical damage, so you can reduce that.
Sweet. Okay.
What is your AC, Eddie, including the +1 you get from McIntyre?
That is it right there. 16.
Same thing happens to you. Take a point of damage and then roll me a d4. So you only end up taking 1 point of damage because of McIntyre's branding.
Nice.
All right.
But both of you are just pulled through that windowsill. Probably you're both pulled through almost at the same time. So that Ivan, that 1 point actually comes because you're a little bit larger than the frame of the window. So he just kind of yanks you through the board. That's
Just
now,
snaps my head and my feet
the
back.
head and right shoulder of Ivan is imprinted on the big void that's in the side of the wall now as he's yanked inside.
Probably
All right, so
like
here's the
Looney
thing.
tuned through the window.
You're both considered bound. The only actions that you guys can make until you can break free is to try and break free on your actions, okay? Because it's basically the
Okay.
tentacles are wrapped up your arms and your legs both, and the deputy's head kind of lolls back. You see that his teeth are slightly. It's just a big cavernous hole of teeth, and he's going in to try and bite you guys while you're being held. That's for another
Lovely.
action, though. Killian, you just
the-
watched. Go ahead.
I was going to ask too, does taking damage interrupt my stun, or am I still stunned for 2 rounds?
You're still stunned.
Being
It does not interrupt
Okay.
it. Yeah.
Okay.
Basically, what you're blinded is what's going on. So you're blinded and confused, trying to take care of that. Killian, you just saw your 2 friends being yanked through this very small opening into this very small pillbox of a house. So, yeah. What do you do?
Well, at least the opening's a little bit bigger now. So I'm
It
going
is.
to I'm going to run up 30 feet
Mm-hmm.
so that I'm now 30 feet away.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to do what Chance usually does and fire into melee.
Sure, but you
Nice.
see the thing. So
Yeah.
make me that check.
Yeah.
Oh, look at that.
Ooh.
No fear at all. So
I've got
yes,
this.
they
There's
are
nothing
both
wrong
in
with it.
melee. This thing is basically the size of a man, so it's equal. If you miss, it's an equal chance of hitting one of them.
So let's go ahead and draw that card first. 4 of hearts.
How many shots you taking?
I'm taking 3.
Ooh,
All right. Shot number 1. Oof.
that's a miss.
Shot number 2, 4 of clubs.
Okay.
Ooh, there we go.
That hits. That's a good one. Doesn't do much damage, but it does hit.
And 4 of diamonds. So
Should just put all your 4s up front.
absolutely.
Is this giving the -1 for each bullet after the first? Probably. Okay.
Plus
cool.
the -1 for distance as well.
Yeah. Okay, that hits.
All right.
Now we just got to figure out about the one that missed.
Yeah.
Roll a d3.
1.
Okay, you hit Jebediah, or possibly hit Jebediah. So roll that attack roll again.
My bad.
Worse.
That's fine.
That was not
That
worse.
hits.
And it's Jebediah for 9 points of damage.
Oh, God.
Oh, boy.
God.
Here's a blue in the back of your head
And,
off.
At least it's only 6, unless you have
Yeah.
magic gun.
and Jebediah has lost a pinky.
My kidney. Ah.
Oh, Freddie.
Ah, my
I
other
mean,
Should
so
invest in
fun.
some dynamite.
And that was the first shot. So I imagine you shoot him and you're like, oh, and then you shoot twice more anyway.
Well, because he
Like,
buckled over
chest
and
break,
bang.
bang.
You hear my voice just go, a little to the right.
It's Chan's turn, who I'm sure is going to try and show you up by shooting both
think-
of his friends.
I think Jake needs to roll two more rolls of damage, right? Did he
do
have
I?
some hits?
That damage was included.
Oh, no. I,
It
The
rolls.
damage was already
Yeah.
there. Yeah, in the
Well,
rolls.
no, like your 20 hit, right?
yeah, that hit for 6 and the
Oh, okay.
15
We
for
already
13.
counted it all up. Okay,
Yeah.
never mind.
Yep.
My bad.
So yeah, it's your turn, Chance. You want to try and shoot both of your friends?
Of course. I mean, that's what chants do. So
Already softened them up for you.
you got a 10.
Now, are you moving, or are you going to stay 60 feet back?
I'll move up somewhat, so that way I can, make sure I'm within my closer range. But
All right, because there is a penalty for moving and firing.
oh well, in that regards, it doesn't matter because my medium range is 75, and my close range is 25. So I'm medium range either way. So I won't move then.
Okay.
It's all the same difference.
And how many shots are you taking?
All three, of course.
Go for it.
Chance takes all the chances. I got a 10, a 3, and a king.
Nice.
Okay. Hey, good draws. And let's see what the rolls are.
Russian bullet best.
Okay, that's a miss.
Deadeye was a 3.
It sure is. My Deadeye die is not good in this case because I was doing the spinning bullet, so I get a -1d to my damage.
Well, that's just a miss. We'll see if it hits one of your friends in a minute. Go ahead and roll your next two.
Eeh.
13 is also a miss.
Yeah, and then I get a +3 to my next attack. Is that right?
For what?
Not
Oh,
a
the
king.
king.
Yeah.
Oh, for the king, yeah.
I nailed it,
Oh.
guys.
Oh my god, Dan.
Okay, so that's three
Now,
misses with
for,
three
for what
potentials.
it's worth, it's 14, 16, and 13 because the Deadeye die isn't added into any of
Oh,
it.
it's not added in. Okay, so hold on. So
14, 16, and 13.
14, 16, and 13. So one of them actually does hit the target. The
Okay.
16 hits the target. The other two are still misses. So it's two possible misses. And how much damage you do on the one that does hit?
One
I wanna
damage,
make
of
sure that-
course. The lowest possible damage.
Okay.
Does Deadeye die apply to damage or just to hit?
It does apply to damage too.
Mhm.
So that it would be 4.
4 points. Okay. So the two that you missed, roll a d4 for each one of those. A 1 and a 2, you hit your friend. All right, you hit Jebediah, and you do. You absolutely
I'm
hit both of your
so
friends.
good.
It's perfect.
I'm so sorry.
Okay, so again, you make those attack rolls again against
Oh,
their
God.
ACs. This is where you're going to crit.
Of
So
course.
let's
That's
have the
what
one
happened
against
last time.
Jebediah. That hits your AC. Oh my gosh, how much damage is
Yeah.
that? Oh my gosh, you hit them both. Oh God,
Dan, do you
freaking
need
fire.
done. I'm calling it quits. I'm out.
Oh
Do
my
you need
god,
to
you
re-roll
did
the damage on those since it's a -1 die size on damage for your trick
It is a
shot?
-1 die size.
Yeah, go ahead and re-roll the damages then.
Yeah.
So Jebediah, how much does he take? 6. Okay.
3.
All right.
And Eddie takes 1. Oh, actually, you still have to add in your Deadeye die
3.
to both of those.
Yeah.
Right.
This
So
is what
another
receiving
9
friendly
and a
fire feels
4.
like.
And you guys can both reduce those by 3 points because of
Oh.
McIntyre.
Yeah.
Oh god.
All right,
Your friends
are
so
trying to
one
murder
you.
Point of damage again.
Yeah, your
Yeah.
friends are trying to murder you. That's all there is
I'm
to it.
usually on the other side of friendly fire.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Just the most worthless character.
What I'm not
very
having
much
you do,
fun,
though,
is it?
since Chance, you decided not to move in, all you're seeing is some waving tentacles. It's not very horrific, so I'm not making you do your fear check. You're fine. You didn't move in closer. Pierce,
I
that
can
leaves
move
you.
at the end of my turn, though, right?
Yeah, that is a question because technically you're doing it at the same time. That's why there's a modifier for movement when you shoot.
Okay, if that's fine, then I can just not.
Okay, so Pierce.
Yeah.
It didn't help anyways.
Well, you did some damage to the creature. You did some.
Yeah. I am going to move up
Right back.
enough so I can get line of sight on this thing. Because I'm going to cast a spell at it.
Then if you want to move up, then go ahead and make me that gut check first.
Yep,
Or
you
grit check.
got it. 18.
You're fine. Absolutely fine.
All right. I'm going to cast a spell. I'm going to be casting Sleep. That's why I need to get line of sight on the creature.
Now keep in mind, the creature is in melee with both of your friends.
Yeah, it's a fail, though.
Okay.
Let's see. Yeah, just a regular lost failure.
Lost failure. Okay. Okay. Not a problem. So you try and cast something and it just fizzles on you. So new round. Let's not have a repeat. Go ahead. Roll your initiative, guys.
Oh boy. Awesome.
I got a low number, so.
Ooh, I did okay.
I get to be stunned first.
Mm-hmm.
That whip of mine is strength based, right?
Yes.
Okay.
I believe. Hold on. Let me check something.
Most melee weapons are.
Yeah. I mean, in this game, it's melee,
Yeah.
it's strength, unless it's got some weird effect, but I didn't remember reading that.
All right. Everybody got theirs in.
Mm-hmm.
We'll let Dan go last since he is away. Okay, so looks like Pierce goes first.
Yeah. Well, not going to be sleeping.
Sorry, I had to step away for just a second. I can
Oh,
roll
go
it.
ahead and roll your initiative then.
Yeah.
Give a second here. You might be going before Pierce.
Nope, same
Nope.
thing again.
Oh,
Hooray!
perfect.
Looks like
is
tonight's
the
my night.
same.
It is.
Okay, Pierce, you see the horror within about to chomp down onto your two friends who are bleeding from multiple gunshots.
All right. I'm going to try and summon a cactus directly underneath this tentacled monstrosity.
Ooh,
Does that
Sure.
work?
yeah, sure.
Okay.
There's ground underneath that.
That's kind of what I was figuring. Is there's dirt underneath?
Yeah.
Okay.
Although remember though, in melee, so it's going to catch everybody there, but you fail anyway.
I fail anyway. There's another lost failure.
Oh, Jebediah, yes, you're stunned this round. You've got one more round of stun to go. Ivan, you can try to break free.
Guys, this thing's
Okay.
got a gun. I'm getting shot.
Oh, that's right, because we couldn't see anything, could we? So we don't know who shot us.
Right. Yep.
Oh, we know this thing grabbed us and just like, ha bam,
So
bam.
Ivan, you're only at -2 for
definitely
an
wasn't
attack
me.
roll. So you're
I would
not
never do that.
You're not at a -2 to break out. So what we're going to both do here is we're going to make you're going to roll D20 plus your strength bonus. It's going to do the same thing to hold on to you. It just highest wins.
Okay, here's the thing, Bert, that I wanted to ask. Can I try for a reversal?
A reversal. No, this is not an attack.
Okay.
Yeah, all
right.
of your
So
luchador
this is
tricks.
just a-
But I will say this, your luchador special abilities don't require you to not be restrained. So if you wanted to tap one of your abilities to make yourself extra strong, you can certainly do that.
Ooh. Yeah, and I think I will actually. I think I will
As long as you got the personality to fuel it.
yeah, and I think I will go ahead and tap Strength of the Bull in that case.
Okay,
If I'm
so
not going to
that's-
try and pull off a reversal.
All
Let's
right,
see,
so it's a
personality.
D20 plus your current strength bonus versus its strength bonus.
Okay, and if I can I use my Strength of the Bull in this roll?
Absolutely.
Okay,
Yeah, because
so then
I think it doubles your bonus, doesn't it? Or it gives you a +3
It-
if you don't have a bonus.
I believe it doubles my bonus and it raises my strength, or raises my give me a 1D modifier for the roll.
Mhm. Yeah,
Plus one
go for it.
modifier. I will go ahead and roll real quick, just for how long it'll last. D3 plus 4. It lasts for 7 rounds. Okay,
Yeah.
so that's excellent. Maxed out. All right, so slash roll.
He does the Hulk Hogan thing where he's beaten down. He puts the hand up. He rises. 13.
Oh, come on.
It only got a 7. Only got a 7. So you break free, and it's kind of a confined area in here, but technically you're not in melee right now. Okay, but that did take your action. Okay.
Yep.
Bringing us to Chance.
It's already my turn with an 8.
It is. The monster also goes on an 8, and then everyone else is like 5s.
Wow. Well, the only thing that Chance can really do is shoot his friends some more.
Well, only one of your friends is considered in melee right now, so you can only, shoot Jebediah in the back of the head this time.
Well, thankfully, he doesn't know it's me. So
He's blinded. Yeah.
Gun.
That's what
Is Ivan still blinded?
No, like you were never blinded. You're just at a -2 to your attack because of just being surprised by that sudden flash.
Gotcha. I just got
Which
flash
is
over. Okay,
which is
so I can
over
see,
with now. On your next action, it's already over.
So potentially I can see Chance shooting.
Oh yes, absolutely.
it's a 7, a 4, and a 2.
Okay, so
no
those are good.
modifiers. I mean, sort of. Now I just got to roll worth a darn.
You can do it.
I'm going to do the same thing again, which is, spinning lead.
Mm-hmm.
I
That
got
hits.
a 6 on it, which
Okay.
means should the shot find its mark, the bullet catches the target off guard, inflicting an additional D6 in HP damage.
Sure.
Additionally, the target must pass a will save versus the DC of the total attack roll to avoid being stunned for 1d3 rounds.
Oh, so DC 22?
It fails. So go ahead and roll that extra D6 in damage.
That's going to apply to every shot.
Oh, that's so good.
I mean, assuming I hit it and not Joe.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
One more extra point of damage.
Look at that.
Okay. So the first shot is a great shot. How about the second 2?
I see we got a player reroll redeemed in the chat there. I'm not sure if we're abiding by those or not, but I might need it.
Oh gosh.
And it'd be a 19.
That hits 2. Okay.
And of course, all the damage is +6 too.
Yeah.
So
Okay. And then just roll your last shot.
12 damage on the first one and 11 damage.
It's already dead with the first shot, but you shot 3 times. So we're just seeing at this
okay.
point if you're going to hit Jebediah.
Shoot. Oh, and I do. Oh, no, it's a misfire.
Oh
It's a
god.
misfire.
Yeah,
Actually,
it's
this
just
is
a regular
better.
misfire. Because you had a safe
is-
draw. It's just a regular. But you do get the hex token.
I got spirit rounds in it, so nothing bad happens.
Yep. So
I'm imagining these shots go off, and Jebediah is like they're just whizzing past him, and then all of a sudden he hears a click at the end. He's like, ah!
Pretty much.
But
The
Chance
last
guns
one
it
was
down.
for you, Joe.
Chance's first volley, the first shot in that volley, actually killed it right between the eyes, and the deputy drops to the ground dead as the next 2 bullets whiz out.
I'm gonna do a bad thing here, and I use that reroll to see if I can not take a hex.
Oh, yeah.
Well, no,
that's good.
It's the crit fail, so I can't reroll that, can I?
I'm going to let you do it with somebody throwing out that. You go right ahead. Go right.
All right, sorry, Joe.
It's a paid for reroll,
Yeah.
That's fine.
not a.
Oh, look at
that.
Okay, so you don't get the hex token. It's a good shot. You shoot it as it's
outlined Joe's
falling. You
head.
shoot it again.
I imagine like one to the left, one to the right,
Wait.
and one right over the center.
No, that does hit me, right? Because this
No.
is you.
That was not
No. He was
No, it was
re-rolling
a
the
complete
shot that
reroll.
got the hex. It was a complete re-roll. So
Oh,
you're good.
Okay,
You're good.
Yeah,
that's fine.
one by each ear and one over the top of your head.
Ivan had already broken free. Takes several steps back, panting, and it slips dead beneath Jebediah, dropping you to the floor as well. So it is dead, and you're able to get a unfortunately, a much better view of it. Like, you actually remember this deputy, same deputy that was here the last time you were through Jebediah, which maybe it's good that he's dead
Yeah, I
because
was about to
he was
say.
the one about ready to run you out of town for carpet bagging. Look it up. And yeah, there's some growth coming out of his stomach. They're starting to melt now, but they're definitely tentacles. And they look like they're part of him. It's not like it's something inside reaching out. It's like it's part of him some way, shape, or form. The other thing you notice, Ivan, as you took those quick stumbling steps back, there's crunching beneath your feet, and the floor is just littered with empty alcohol bottles.
Oh boy. This
Can
man's liver must be in terrible, terrible shape.
can I?
Or it's the one liver to rule them all.
It could be. Can I investigate that with my occulty style knowledge to see?
Yeah, but to figure out anything about this, you're going to need to make a really good roll. So let's
Okay.
let's have the roll. The other thing you guys notice is confiscated guns are in here too. So there's several pistols, a couple of rifles, and ammo.
Oh, sweet.
Well, I asked for high, and you did not do
I
high.
gave you 2.
No idea.
Okay, that's fair.
I
I'm
mean, we
still
did hear about
mostly
the
dead.
cursed booze bottle thing at one point, so it's probably that.
Yeah,
I
But
mean, if they're all liquored up, maybe they're flammable.
that's a fair point. Are there any intact booze bottles?
There was the one that he was in the middle of drinking that just kind of got dropped to the floor. It's still half full.
Okay, I'll put a lid on that. Well, in case we need to
Didn't-
start a fire.
Didn't the guy
I might
get his
need
powers
that.
by drinking alcohol? It's like maybe anybody he touches, they got to do that too.
Okay.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, the flames continue down below you in the city of Adobus. There are people running through the streets. Now that you got a moment, you're a little closer to the edge, peering down over. Most of them aren't running in fear, they're actually running after other citizens. And you see a group of them just kind of catch up with a running woman and just run her over and just start biting her.
It's 28 days later.
I mean, clearly we're going to go save him, right?
Yes.
So you're looking down and you ask that the Church of Our Savior in town, the church bell starts to toll, and your attention's brought to it. It looks like the windows are all boarded up, and the populace are like on the outside banging on the doors to get in. And the ones that are doing this all look kind of like they're moving funny. You know, some of them have obviously broken arms or legs, but they're still like flailing at the door. And that church bell is just ringing from the inside. It looks like they're trying to break in.
All right, we got to go help those people.
I agree.
All right, so this is where you guys get to do some tacticianing, whatever you want to call it.
First
Use your
things
noggins.
first, reloading my gun.
So you guys are
Yeah.
up here, and then there's kind of like you kind of go down the ravine a little bit, then you cross this bridge into the town proper. Now you can come from any of the other angles you want to. You know, you see this rushing river that's going through here. Keep moving the map. That's bad. So you can decide like where you want to come in. And I went ahead and, as I said, labeled everything because Jebediah has been here before, so we can kind of point some things out to you. With all the liquor bottles, you might be interested in the fact, for instance, there are 2, not 1, but 2 saloons in this place, the Thirsty Cactus and Lead Bellies. One's in the middle of the town, one's right across from the bridge.
Okay.
We just need to light them on fire.
Well,
so
so
is there much people like by the bridge?
No, most of the people that you're seeing are either fleeing into houses and boarding themselves up, or they're running down other folks and eating them.
So my suggestion would be that we come in over the bridge, sneak back around behind along the bank of the water, and then make our way to the back door of the church.
Yeah, keep in mind, like it's just about sundown. There's very little light left on the horizon. The city itself is lit up by flames on some burning buildings. So these buildings that are out here in the, the homes and such are on fire. But for the most part, it's dark, and it starts to rain.
You know what?
As it do.
My
Being on
dad,
the outskirts doesn't sound bad.
but you're such a good and honorable man. I think I might follow in your footsteps. You do all that shadow stuff, right?
Yes.
I might follow you in doing that if we want to try and be all sneaky like getting down there.
Very well. I
Plus,
will,
let us see what's going on.
yes. I will activate my armor of darkness.
Oh, can you? Can you?
I don't know. I really don't with today's rolls.
And I'll do my shadow kinfolk roll. Or I don't have to roll it. It's just
Yep.
I'm a baby
Ivan,
bird that
there's a break
effect,
in
too.
the action, so your strength of the bowl has expired at this point. No, Pierce, you are not able to activate it.
What's that?
You rolled a 2?
No, that was the intelligence test.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I see. You haven't rolled yet.
Yeah,
I
haven't
got you.
rolled the spell yet. I was trying to figure out if I can risk spell burning anything, and I cannot.
You're in bad shape.
So, just out of curiosity, Bert,
Okay.
Hey,
is there any use in me rolling my fame in this town, even though everybody's pretty much the Walking
you don't
Dead?
know. You haven't gone down and encountered anyone yet. So we'll
It'd be
see.
great if I had a whole bunch of zombie fans.
I'm gonna cut my hands as you're casting that.
It's like they're in the middle of chewing some old lady in the middle of the street. They look up and it's like, is that Ivan?
Your notoriety might be valuable when we get to the church if we want to interface with people
Actually,
in there.
I'm gonna take one of the broken like bottles that's got most of its base and just wait for Chuck to cast his thing and kind of like fill up and drink from it.
It's,
Catch some of McIntyre spooge.
yeah, that's DC 12 if you want to drink it.
Yeah, I need to.
And if you
DC 12 what?
will.
Yeah, you gotta keep yourself from retching it up.
Yeah.
Hey, look at that.
That's D10 hit points.
Okay. I need that.
Good.
Hey, there we
ooh,
go.
good.
Nice. Good roll.
I'm almost at full.
Kick ass.
That was worth a shot of Chuck juice.
Yep.
God.
So for those tuning in who don't know, so one of Chuck's mercurial effects on this spell is that he bleeds off some spooge that is healing if you can swallow it down.
I just vomit a big pile of green, noxious jelly.
Oh,
Yeah.
All right. Rain started. It's getting like you've got minutes before it's dark.
all right.
Total chaos below you.
Yeah, we want to get down and across as fast as we can.
Yeah.
Yep.
I've got my shadow armor, and my stealth roll is going to be a 12 for
Yeah.
Okay.
down through there.
I'll do some stealth as well.
I'm
Yeah,
almost certainly going to regret this,
So-
but I'm going to load 6 normal rounds into the last rounds of my chamber because I'm running out of personality.
No.
Now, unless you're splitting up, everyone's going to need to make a stealth roll. Unless you're keeping those of you who are not trying to stealth away from the ones that are trying to stealth.
I
Honestly,
absolutely am trying to stealth, yeah.
And honestly, I think sticking together might be a better idea. We go down. It's raining, which will give us cover. There's clouds, so there's not a light coming from above. If we need to fall back, the bridge will be a choke point, and if things go sideways, we just leap into the water.
Didn't add in my 4. That's okay.
So what was the lowest stealth roll that we got?
13.
3.
Oh.
That would do it.
Okay. You guys come down the side of the mountaintop. You get to the edge of the bridge. You start to cross. Everybody's going across except for Killian. And Killian, just as you're starting to cross, there's a flash of lightning that just kind of highlights you on the bridge. And it's so loud that some of the close by town folk that are in the street between the Thirsty Cactus and the Lucky's bed and breakfast kind of look over at the bridge. But the downpour is so intense now, they don't notice you. Okay. So you guys are actually getting a bonus for your stealth because the downpour has started and it's rough. It's dark of night and a lot of rain. However, it is going to make some maneuvering trickier as the streets are starting to get muddy.
Okay.
Saved by the rain at least once.
Mm-hmm. So let's say you've crossed the bridge. Now you are seeing that indeed there are some odd-looking folk running after pretty normal-looking folk. When I say odd-looking, it's that their mouths are kind of, their teeth have just become they're just full of sharp gashing teeth, right? It's like some of their teeth have broken to the point that they're just very sharp, and just a mouthful of broken teeth, and they're literally just running down their fellow town folk and just taking big old bites out of them. So yeah, you're right up behind the Thirsty Cactus, and you're kind of coming around the edge here. So let's say you're right at the edge of the Thirsty Cactus. The back of the Thirsty Cactus is a distillery. Mm-hmm. They make their own spirits here. So it's kind of almost a whole separate part from the bar itself. But the back door is kind of opened. Do you want to investigate, or do you want to keep moving on down?
I would micro huddle with everyone else. I say we head to the church where they were ringing the bell.
Agreed.
It's where we're most likely to encounter survivors, and maybe we can help them continue being that.
I'll help survivors and draw a fire. Some people go to the church, and you can shoot a bunch of holes in the thing what makes the liquor, and then they'll run to drink the liquor.
As long as you guys aren't near it, I'll shoot anything.
All right.
Sounds on brand.
You guys have a quick huddled conversation then. You pass on by. You're going behind Willie Sundries. You notice that
as we pass by, though, I would like to scooch up there and just gently, ever so slightly, just close that door.
Okay, you do.
Okay.
Doesn't seem like there's anyone in there, or if there were, they didn't notice. The door is particularly well oiled. Doesn't make a lot of noise. You hear it actually click and latch as you close it.
Good.
Sucks to be you, survivors. Bye.
You guys pass by Willie Sundries. You see that Willie's got his back windows. He's got the shades drawn on them. There's no light coming out of Willie's. Seems kind of quiet as you walk by. The Kitty Cat Ranch, however, looks like the bottom floor storm windows have been shut. There is a back door here that is firmly shut. Second story, though, you see light spilling out, and you hear, of all things, like a player piano going in the background as you hear screams.
They had one of these when I visited Japan.
Good screams or bad screams?
Hard to tell.
Okay. Somebody's playing rough.
I can take care of that.
Yeah, at least take a look. Ivan, if you could hoist him up so we could look through the window.
Yeah, I'll just kind of grab him by the legs and just lift him.
Okay. You want to lift up and take a look?
Yeah, I'll just lift Scab by the legs.
Okay.
Go in mist form.
There are a few three ladies dressed in kind of very scantily but colorful clothing, and they're clawing at a door, and you hear the screams are coming from behind the door.
Do they have tentacles?
No, but they got that like jagged tooth, jagged teeth filled in their mouths.
Oh, hey, ladies.
Make me a luck check real quick.
I'm here to save you, ma'am.
Oh, no.
Okay, you say that, but before you say that, well, no, you say that, but go ahead and make me a luck check.
Okay. I like to assume that Scab will almost always fail in anything related to women that he doesn't understand.
Oh, you pass.
Passed it. Okay. In which case, you see the three ladies that are trying to claw their way through the closed door up here on the second floor, but you do manage to get kind of an angled view down, and you see that there's 5 more downstairs, and they're heading towards the back door. And if I got the scene right, so Ivan's got you kind of up on his shoulders so that you can see, probably pressing you so that you can see over to the second window, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All right. So when you call out, the scream stops, and the scream was definitely coming from behind the door, and now it turns into "Help me! Help me!" And then the 3 ladies that were trying to claw their way through turn to you, and again they kind of hiss. Their mouths are just filled with these broken teeth, and they rush you. Why doesn't everybody go ahead and give me
Uh-huh.
go ahead and give me some initiative here.
Hey, ladies.
Hey, ladies.
It is, what is that? I don't know what. Oh, ignore that roll. I need to reroll.
Oh, man. How do I keep? It's not good.
I can never.
Just let me know when all of your
die.
initiatives loaded up into the tracker, please.
Okay.
I think I'm usually the opposite of Chance. I rarely break single digit initiative. That's okay.
It's got guns.
Normally, my initiative is far higher than literally any other roll I make in the game.
But
All right,
23.
everybody got it in there?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that puts Chance, who doesn't actually see anything at this point. Chance, you're still downstairs. So you hear Scab call out. You hear a lady change from screaming to yelling for help, real loud.
Well, I guess I'll move up and see what I can do.
Okay, so Scab's being boosted up so that he can see through a window on the second floor. All the windows down here on the first floor are boarded up, as is the back door. Well, the back door is closed, not boarded up. What do you want to do? You can't see anything. You just hear someone screaming, turning into a cry for help.
Maybe I'll just back up and watch the window then.
You know, back up and watch the window. Okay, tell you what. If something happens between the end of the initiative and you want to jump in, that's what we'll do. I'll put you just slightly in front of the next person. Then, okay.
Okay. I'm not good for much if it's not shooting my friends and possibly the bad guys.
Jebediah, same thing. You don't see any issue. You just hear the one lone person screaming, now asking for help.
Okay. Is there anything to climb up on to get up? Is there like some sort of
Yeah, just make me a climbing
or
roll.
something?
If you're good
Okay.
at climbing, it's a D20. If not, it's a D10.
I've had to make my way in through the top.
Yep.
entrance
I'm only making you
before.
do a roll because there's not a great deal of things to get your hand hold on, but there's some cracks here and there that you could do it with.
Yeah. I think that would this fall under my questionable pursuits?
You know, you've probably had to crawl up a drain pipe or two to break into someone's house before, so
That's
and
kinda what I'm thinking.
we'll even call it skilled. So you can roll a D20.
Okay. Well, so questionable pursuits makes it a D24 as well.
Mhm. That's fine.
So
An 11. You only needed a 10. You get some handholds and you go up. Were you trying to get near one of the open windows, but not the same one that Scab is looking through? Or are you trying to get up to one of the closed windows?
I'm trying to get up to just see like what they're looking at.
Okay, but a different window and an open one, I take it.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
so you get a different view of the hallway. You're a little bit further away from Scab. You climbed up, peering over, and you see these 3 women rushing Scab now, leaving a door that they were trying to, and you can see it's clawed and scratched as they're trying to get their way in.
Okay.
And you're also at the perfect angle to notice that there are 5 more of these ladies downstairs that are about to burst out the back door. And they look deranged. They look just like they're out for a pound of flesh.
I'm gonna like signal to that, like, watch out for the back door.
Okay. You got to talk pretty loud to say that. So do you shout that? Because you're contesting with this downpour of rain. So do you want to be that loud or do you not?
So the 3 up top are already running at.
Yeah, but what everyone else doesn't know is that there are 5 more about ready to come out of that back door on the ground floor.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll be pretty loud. I'll yell that out.
You shut it out. So you guys hear that something's about to come through the ground floor door that's facing right towards you guys, giving us Ivan. You're next. So far, again, nothing that you see, but Jebediah just yelled down, like, look out, that door's about to open. Some such.
Oh, I'm so focused on holding Scab up that I'm probably not even paying attention to Jebediah, and it's loud. So I'm holding him up, and I just yell up to Scab. Scab, do you see the ladies?
Yeah, I see him. Oh God,
are they pretty?
Except for the mouthful of broken teeth, they're kind of pretty.
We got a room full of butterfaces.
Oh, I like butts. I don't know what that means, but I like butts.
All right, so you're not doing anything, but you are continuing to hold up Scabbers.
Yep, just holding Scab up. I can't see anything.
Pierce, again, you can't see anything, but now you've got some warning that back door is about to open up.
So looking at the map, just to make sure I'm kind of clear on this, the door opens up directly onto the ground. There's no concrete pad or anything.
Nope. Yeah, just right out onto the ground, which is bare dirt.
Good. I'm going to spell burn a point of agility.
Oh, can you do that?
My agility is still 14. So
okay.
Yeah,
Oh, thank goodness.
I'll take it down to 13. And since I'm now you
got a special table for that.
Yeah, I do, and I rolled it already. So I began experiencing a moment of the black goat's constant birthing pains. And it manifests as a point of I'm using agility. And until I get this healed, I will continually feel the black goat's birthing pains.
Ooh. Ooh.
Oh. You're experiencing pain in your nether that you ought to be experiencing.
Yeah.
I'm just imagining us kicking the back door of the church down like we've got a man in labor.
But yeah, with that, I'm spell burning so I can activate my instant cactus again. Because I'm going to try and sprout a cactus directly in front of that door. That way they can't break out.
That's smart. Yep.
Okay. 14. Does 14 do it?
You got something.
One cactus of the type normally. Yeah, I just summoned one organ pipe cactus.
Okay, right up. It grows super fast right in front of that door. Yeah. Okay. I tell you what. Roll me a D8.
Sure.
That's how many rounds it will keep that door.
4. I'll take it.
For 4 rounds. Okay, so it's gonna buy you 4 rounds. Killian.
Oh boy.
Again, you don't see anything. You just hear, this cry of distress turning into a plea for help. And then Jebediah is saying that door is about to open, but now there's a huge cactus in front of it.
I will. Oh boy. I'll. Is there a space between the around the cactus through which I could shoot at the door?
Let's say that the door will open just a few inches, not enough for someone to pass through, but enough for you to get line of sight if that door does open, or if you open the door yourself.
I don't want to open the door. I just want to shoot through it.
Okay, so I'll do the same thing that I'll do the same thing we're doing with Chance. Then you can just be on hold.
Okay.
Real quick, I forgot about my mercurial effect for my cactus.
More splooge.
No splooge on instant cactus. I get intensely horrible body odor.
Oh yeah.
And everyone within 20 feet has to make a DC 16 fortitude save.
It's gonna be everybody.
You could have just not remembered.
But I did.
Does the rain affect?
I tell you what, everybody make me a luck check, because everybody will be affected by this. If you make the luck check, you're in a position where the rain just knocks it all out.
Success.
Oh yeah.
Actually,
We've all got a
Jebediah,
lot of luck.
you're a story up and kind of off, so you're fine regardless.
Okay.
So it looks like everyone else passed. All right, yeah, the rain just kind of snuffs it out. You know, the odor doesn't go far beyond your own nose.
Sorry, everyone. I farted.
You passed the gas. All right, so Killian, you're going to wait for something to happen as well. So the thing happens. The door slams open, or at least tries to. It rebounds on that cactus. I'm going to say, Killian, you went over to the side to be able to get that shot. You can make your shot now. You're only going to be able to hit one of the 5 that are trying to come through because only one can fit through the door or try to fit through the door. But you can take a shot at the one that you see.
All right. In that case, I will. 2 of spades. Okie dokie.
Miss. Yeah, it just gave you like a couple of inches of target, and it just goes wide. Chance, if you wanted to move over there and take a shot, you can. You're muted.
One of these days, I'll be better about this. I'll probably do the same thing, but I might do my spinning lead again, so I can maybe try and get an angle in here.
Okay. I'm going to say it's just a couple of steps for you to get the angle on it. So it's not going to modify your shot. You can go ahead and make the shot. Again, you're only going to be able to target one of them. You just can't see more than one.
Okay. That sucks.
So what's your
Nothing good
total?
happens on the dead I die. It's 15.
Well, you hit. So what's your total damage?
13.
13. Oh, it explodes her brains. It just goes right through her head. She kind of slumps in the doorway, keeping the door open just a little bit as that space is filled by another.
I forgot to draw my card. It would have
gotten extra. Okay, but yeah, still good shot. You took one of them out. This kind of happened simultaneous with that door trying to open. So still the monster's turn with those 3 girls running towards our scabbers. So they're each going to make an attack on Scab.
Oh man, that's some real lacy garments there.
Each of these are a +1. I'm just going to roll all 3 at the same time. So that's a nat 20 on one of them.
Oh man.
So it's an 11 to 13 and a nat. So does the 11?
But the crit.
The crit hits.
I've got a 20 at the moment.
Okay,
It wasn't
so
for that crit.
this is going to be fun.
For Scab or for anybody else?
Oh no.
For the
It's
audience,
probably the
hopefully.
only time that calling them
He was a good
butterface is
kid. He
actually a
got
compliment.
motorboated to death.
Oh man. It was worth it. Dad, you'll never believe what happened to me.
I'm a man now.
I'm a
Congratulations.
man.
Well, the crit isn't anything bad at all. All right, so you're going to end up taking no damage because you got the damage reduction of 3. However, she bit you.
Mhm.
Came in and just latched onto your neck. The crit,
Icky time.
roll a d6.
Okay.
Scab's like,
She
"Be
bit
gentle,
your
this is my
hand."
first time.
Which makes sense. You're probably holding onto the windowsill, so she bit the hand that's holding onto the windowsill.
6.
Okay, so you will take 3 points of damage. That's after the damage reduction.
Okay.
Now you got to drop what you're holding. So you're holding the side of the window. All right, so make me a reflex check or a reflex save.
Okay.
+2, thanks to the branding.
Okay. Oh, yeah, let me make sure that.
Whoa.
Okay, you're good. You let go of the frame, but you're still able to balance on Ivan's shoulder. Now this is the fun part. I need you to make me a stamina check or a stamina save.
Okay.
Fort save.
Or fort save. Yeah, sorry. Okay, you make it.
Nice.
Mhm.
Wow.
We got
Do a
another
+6 modifier.
reroll redeemed in the chat
Nice.
too.
Ooh, beautiful.
Okay, yeah, we got a reroll there. All right, let me just look up something real quick
And then,
here.
is it a +2 to our saves? I thought it was a +1.
Let me double check.
I've got it currently at a +1. It potentially could
that's
be a
right.
19 if it makes a difference.
It's
but
a
18
+1 to AC and all saves.
Okay. Then
So
yes.
you're good. You're still up there across from the window. You're still within range of for them to reach through the window and attack you, but you're still on Ivan's shoulder. Everything's good there. So it's your turn, Scab.
Oh man. I guess I'm gonna
Now
try.
these are awfully purty women, even though they've got mouths full of broken teeth and they really want to bite you. I don't know if that's going to affect Scabs or not, but
Ivan's going to yell up at
Too
Scab
young,
from below because he
thankfully.
can't quite see what's happening in the window.
Mhm.
Just yell, tell them to be gentle with you. It's your first time.
I wanted to say that, but she bit me, Ivan. She bit me real good.
Oh, the biting. That's extra here.
Just because I think it's fun and like she's reaching out and she bit me,
Yeah.
so that to me that indicates like her head's kind of outside the
Yeah.
windowsill. I think it would be fun to take the shepherd's crook,
Mhm.
catch it on the back of her head, and try and yank it down, crank her head down onto the edge of the window.
Oh, you want to play rough? I like it rough too. How do you like this?
Okay, make me an attack check.
What a mean little boy. He's the goodest. He's the goodest little boy up until the point that he's not.
We just need Scab and Mikey to hang out for a while together.
God, I can't roll for
gosh.
anything lately. What good damage?
Got to reroll.
Yeah, you do have a reroll
That's
if you want to
You
use
know,
it.
I will.
Yeah.
Go for it.
We're gonna have a campaign that's just Jeremy playing all the kid characters he's ever played.
Oh my God.
Oh, you want to play rough, huh? You like it rough? I can play rough too.
Yeah. So wow.
Jesus.
You shepherd hook just goes right around the back of her neck and you slam her down on the windowsill and her head and face just explodes. The rest of the body just falls out of the window, dropping down next to Ivan's feet. You just decapitated
guessing-
her with your shepherd's crook.
I'm guessing along with the rain, a whole bunch of bodily fluid stuff just ends up on my face down below.
Yeah, just blood everywhere.
Like, oh, Scab, not outside.
Make me a luck check, both of you guys.
Okay. Just
Okay.
barely.
Both of you notice that not only are you splattered with blood, there are like little maggots in the blood, just kind of wriggling around.
That's gross.
Yuck. That is gross.
Oh no,
Okay.
they have worms.
Quick, the ivermectin.
I'll do my best to pull myself up and
Right.
in if I have any movement left, but
You want to pull yourself in? You can, sure.
yeah, because there's somebody in there screaming for help. So
Yes, there's somebody in there asking for help. So you
It's
pull
like-
yourself in.
Gross, pulling myself over all the gore.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Right. Next round. Go ahead and roll me initiative, guys. You could have broken off, but nope. Somebody's playing hero.
Yeah.
Well, we've already got 2 of them down.
7. All right.
Oh,
Oh, nice.
Oh, finally some decent initiative. How about that?
Nice.
Lovely.
Actually got beat this time.
I keep trying to put 19 in for the monster, but it keeps moving. So I think I overwrote some of your initiatives. Jebediah and Scab, check your. I think I overwrote your initiatives.
I did get 19.
Okay. Yeah, it
Both
looks like
got
Scab did as well.
19, so
Okay. Yeah.
It worked out well.
All right. If it's all in there, then there's a bunch of 19s, including the monsters. So I tell you what, let's do the ones that are basically in melee. So let's do Scab and the monster. Scab, I'll let you go first.
All right. I pulled the one lady's head off. put the shepherd's crook into her spine, pull myself into the window, and then I'm going to jab the next one in the face and say, eat this.
Okay.
Of course, in fact, whether or not I actually hit something remains to be seen.
Okay,
15.
that hits. What's your total damage? 6?
6.
Okay.
Maybe I'm just hitting her with the butt end of it.
Yeah, you hear the snap of her neck and she just goes over. Scabs, these look like just ladies. I mean, they might be, a little mean and ordinary, but I mean, you just snap this lady's neck with just a little tap. I mean, these are just people.
Don't
Just a
worry,
little
ma'am, I'm
bit,
going
yeah.
to save you.
Okay, so I'm gonna have unless Jebediah, you want to take a shot because he's not in melee right now, and there's
so
one
the-
free.
So what I wanted to ask is, we're up on like this windowsill kind of thing. I picture it is like the awning. Does it go all the way around the building?
Yeah, sure.
So I want to try and walk around the building to the other side of the room and get like into the window of the room of the person that's got the door blocked.
Okay, the window is shuttered and closed, but you can hear in that room that somebody is screaming for help still.
I'm just gonna knock on it and say like, "Hey, come to the window."
Hey, you gonna try and bite me? Who are you?
Like, no, we're here to save you. We're trying to make it to the
one
church.
of us isn't.
Make me a luck check, Jebediah.
Pass. I've got a lot of luck right now.
All right. Window is thrown open, and you're staring at a double barrel shotgun kind of facing you, and there's a terrified woman kind of staring out, and she's like, "You gonna get me out of here?"
Yeah, we're here to help. And I like put my hand down to help her up.
Okay.
It's like, come on.
Yeah, you know this lady. This is your luck check. This is Samantha Graves.
Oh.
She's basically the person that runs this house of ill repute. She was trying to get you to pay for one of the girls that got in the family way, and she was petitioning that you were the person that did it, and that's kind of the reason you had to leave.
I was going to say, please tell me Jebediah has some sort of seedy backstory here.
Naturally.
You made your luck check though, so she
I wasn't
doesn't quite-
expecting it to be actual seed, but
She doesn't recognize
Yeah.
you right away, especially since I'm sure Jebediah is in the habit of dyeing his hair and changing how he looks whenever he moves around.
Oh yeah.
She doesn't recognize you, but you know
I
her.
wear my beard a little different, wear my hair a little different.
Yeah, exactly. So she'll give her a hand, pull her out onto the awning with you. That good enough. So the monster, the one that's left, then, since you're not attending to this one, is going to rush Scabbers. Just run screaming at you, Scabbers.
Mhm.
Let's see here. Something on one. Probably going to miss. Absolutely misses. Just trying to grab you and bite you, and it's it's not like they're super strong or anything. Yeah. So next
Don't worry,
is
Scab. They might have missed
Chance.
you, but I won't.
So Chance, another one has come to the door downstairs. You can take a shot through the door if you want. This is the second round. The cactus is starting to show some stress as the door is continually slammed against it. So there's some pulp running here and there. They're still holding for now.
Well, we'll do this the one at a time then. So
Mm-hmm.
got a 9 on my first
All right,
one here.
take the shot. Oh,
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 tonight is just not my night.
it's not your night. Yeah. This was a regular bullet in it too, right?
Not yet. I had
Not
3
yet.
shots of spear rounds left, and
Okay.
then 6 more regular rounds.
All right. Well, that does stop you shooting there, though. So you take a
Sure
shot and you
does.
hear it's just
So I've got 1 more spear round.
yeah, the gunpowder just doesn't go off or something, or just jams, whatever, and it just doesn't go off.
Just a
So we'll go
misfire,
to
basically.
Killian.
Well, I'll take a shot and see if I can't hit.
Okay. Literally shooting a dove in a barrel.
Queen of diamonds.
Okay.
That's a +2, is it?
Mhm.
All right. $17 for the shot.
Okay, that hits 4 damage.
Yep.
6, 10, 5. Yeah, so you hit her, and she screams and backs up. Didn't kill her, but it's a good solid hit. And another one just directly comes in to take her place.
All right. Well, at least she's softened up.
Okay. That's the only shot you're taking?
Oh, all right. In that case, I'll take another one.
Mhm.
5 of spades. 11.
Hits.
Ooh, excellent.
And that 2 points will finish her off. So she stumbles back with the first shot, and you catch her with the second one, and stumbles, and she goes down.
And then I'll take a third shot.
Okay,
And
yeah.
I really should not have ace of spades, baby.
Oh. Okay. Go ahead and roll your fumble die.
Oh, boy. Where is my fumble die anyway? D8. 1.
That's not too bad. Yeah, no one's currently attacking you, so it doesn't really have an effect. Your opponent would have gotten a +2 on their next attack.
Oh, well.
But it does jam your gun, so you got to clear your jam, and that ends your shooting. But you did take one out. Ivan, you're still well, no, Scab has leapt off and is on the second floor. You've lost sight of him. What do you want to do?
Well, I'm assuming he's going up there to help somebody, so I'm just going to kind of wait down below in case he needs to lower any survivors down.
Okay, I'll tell you what. You see that Jebediah actually is peering over the awning, and he's got a fine lady on his arm. You can help her down if you want.
I will do that. Absolutely.
Trying not to look up her skirt as she's wearing formal wear. You take her down.
I'll kind of look away and hold my arms out to catch her.
Okay, yeah, not a problem. You are a gentleman, though oiled and muscly. You are a gentleman nonetheless. Pierce, up to you.
So is there still one of these ladies?
There's still someone trying to bang that door open. Yeah.
I am going to do something I never do, and I am going to pull out my pistol.
Oh no!
And I am just going to try and shoot them through the door.
Sure.
Get my
The cactus was a good tactic. They're only able to come at you one at a time, and they're fairly brainless.
The old broken clock is right twice a day.
All right. What's the card draw?
It's a 4.
You're okay. You're good. Go ahead and make me the roll.
All right. My little derringer.
It's a derringer.
It is. Critical fail.
Oh, my God.
Oh,
You haven't shot it in so long.
Yeah.
And you even left that bullet in it the whole time. So
did.
go ahead and roll your crit fail die. He's going to lose a hand. Watch this.
Probably. Where's fumble die? It is a D10.
Remember, if you got a negative luck.
Luckily, my luck is setting it a 0 for its modifier
Okay.
right now. All right, I got a 6.
You know, if you need a new hand, we got a big oily brown one sitting in the wagon.
Okay, this isn't bad. The bullet was actually overcharged. So it makes a big explosion as it throws you to the ground, so you're prone.
Okay.
And you drop the gun.
It
Still
can
big deal.
stay
It just
there.
drops at your foot. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so
That's really not such a bad one.
Yeah.
how
Better
things
than
look
being
then.
stunned.
Scab is the only one in any kind of danger right now. Everyone else is away. There's still one more round before that cactus gives way. So I tell you what, let's just go out of initiative rounds for just a moment and let's take care of things with Scab. Scab, you've got one more opponent up here.
Mhm.
You don't know that the woman behind the door has been saved, but the cries for help have stopped.
Oh,
So
I'm not a real
Yep.
smart man, so I just assume I need to take care of the problem in front of me.
you can go ahead and roll first, or do whatever you want to do first.
Yeah, that's what I'll do. I'm not super smart.
Well,
All right.
that'll do it. How does that look as this poor girl is killed by this
This poor girl.
undead child?
Covered. I'm gonna save you, ma'am. You wait just a second, and you get out of here.
And he'll just reach back, and because it's such high damage, he like the shepherd's crook comes behind her head,
Mhm.
comes back and catches the brain pan of her and yanks her out the window, but like a big chunk of her scalp comes off as she goes flying.
Yeah,
out.
and then there's the splat, and actually everybody that's on the ground, the body just comes tumbling out of the window, hits the ground, and it's just like blood and worms just spew everywhere.
Oh, I assume I'm still holding the lady, and I'm like, oh, avert your eyes, madam.
you shield her from the blood and worms. Okay, so that basically gets everybody out of impending doom. We'll just say that you guys just all unload into the last person that's trying to get through the door, just to move things along a little bit. So
Just walk to the door
everything's
where there's nobody to
quiet.
be saved anymore.
You guys
Hello?
have made a lot of noise. Now, granted, there's a lot of hooping and hollering going on in the streets. There's fires and the rain's coming down real hard. But you guys made a lot of noise. Who has the worst luck? We're going to do a group luck check here.
In reality
It'll
or
never be.
score wise?
Yeah, I was gonna-
Mine's set at
Score-wise.
11
Yeah.
right
Oh,
now.
yeah. In reality, I mean, it's me 100% of the time. But like, my character has what 23 points of luck right now.
God,
So
man.
McIntyre might have the lowest at 11.
Usually that is how it goes.
Mhm.
I've got the lowest. And hey
Then
there,
make a luck
Captain.
check, McIntyre.
Like, if you wanted this to turn
Oh, I
out poorly,
pass.
you should
You
have me
pass.
make these checks.
So you guys wait a space of a couple of heartbeats to see if anyone's rounding the corners, and you just hear the carnage continue around you. You guys are in a fairly dark area. It's not lit up at all back here. Doesn't look like you've actually attracted attention.
Nice.
Samantha Graves, very appreciative of all of you, takes start at at Scabbers at first, thinking that Scabbers might be one of the infected. And
I'll make
calms
sure to
down.
straighten up my fancy suit that I have.
Yeah.
Pleasure to meet you, ma'am. I'm glad you're safe and sound.
Well, safe for now. Safe for now. The whole town's gone mad.
Yeah, I'll go
You're
a little
quite
bit
aware, madam.
sometimes.
Let us escort you to the church.
While we're doing this, I guess I'll load 2 more regular rounds into my gun.
And being pretty careful to not have her remember me, I'll be like, perhaps you were aware of our friend here. He's pretty famous. And try and like,
Yeah,
Nice.
hey,
Oh,
go ahead.
yeah.
Ivan. Yeah, roll it. Let's see if she knows who the mighty Ivan is.
Redirect that attention.
please God.
Oh,
So what do you need to get under?
55%. So
Okay, yeah.
I'm way under.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
That's
she
great then.
immediately drops yeah, so she's clinging to Ivan's it's like, ooh, nice shoulder.
Yeah. And I feel her kind of cling to me and feeling a little bolstered and more confident. I kind of hold her a little tighter, like, allow me, madame, to personally ensure your protection.
Yeah, so Miss Samantha's in her probably late 20s, early 30s, but she's masterful with her makeup and wardrobe. It definitely pulls off the airs of a much younger woman and a lady to boot. But she does seem to recognize Ivan. Plays it off a little bit, but you can tell she's fanning herself a little bit. Right. So I mean, but she tells you this wild story that it was a normal night like any other, and then suddenly there's a big rush of folks downstairs. She thought it was just a bunch of drunks trying to come in and be a rowdy night, but nothing she hasn't seen before. But then they just hopped over to the bar, started helping themselves to all the alcohol, and they just started biting each other and biting the employees. All of her girls got bit, and then just within, just a few minutes, it's just a big ruckus, and she ran for her bedroom. She was able to lock herself in there. She had no idea what's going on. and she's been hearing, she's been seeing the flames outside and hearing people screaming in the streets. So she's a little bit of at a loss too, saying, what's going on? Some kind of fever, some kind of malady? We got ourselves a disease going through Adobus?
Oh, no, ma'am. This is the devil's work. The devil himself.
Well, now, I've always found the devil to be a charitable and handsome, dashing man. So I don't know that...
Well, perhaps that's why he saved you.
I immediately shoot dagger eyes at Killian.
Don't get me wrong. Myself and the girls, we always go to church every Sunday, but only on Sunday.
Well, today will be an exception, for that seems like the only safe place in town.
Okay. So you guys, despite the map there, it's like the church is a little bit away, right? So you haven't drawn the crowd that's trying to bang their way into the church. The bell has stopped ringing, but you can still see that the church is just surrounded by town folks trying to beat their way into the door, trying to get through the storm windows, the shutters on the windows. At the very top, in the bell loft, you see this little boy looking over, sees you down there, and starts not making any noise, but starts waving.
Bert, before we head on, there's something I need to do, but I don't want to say it out loud, so I've sent it to you in Discord.
In Discord, okay. Give me a second. Who are we sacrificing
a couple
today,
of ladies you need to sacrifice for your Dark
I'm
Lord?
not saying anything. Is that
Don't
possible?
worry. My dad's here and he's going to save you. He's a real good man.
Oh, God, no, don't scream.
McIntyre is going to take this chance to relieve himself. He makes sure of the body count, and he's after he's sure that there's no surprises. He just tells you guys, "I'll be back in a minute." Goes and relieves himself. Your cactus dissipates, or you let it go, and you just push yourself through the door. And it's a scene. The bar is smashed. There's again empty booze everywhere.
Yeah.
But you guys maybe wait for a moment, and then when you don't hear McIntyre yelling out, you let him go do his business.
Okay. You need a roll?
Does it require a roll? Are you trying to?
What I'm trying to do, there's a roll associated with it just to see how
Yep.
well.
Yep. Go ahead.
Hey, when you gotta go, you gotta go.
23.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So there's an effect table, or if you want with what I'm asking to play it off that.
That's
somehow.
a great roll. That's a great roll. So here's what I'm going to do. This is the first time you've asked for help, right?
Yeah.
Chance, I need you to roll a new character.
roll me a D6, Chuck, and that's the number of your hit dice that you can roll for health back.
5.
Ooh.
Okay. So you can roll 5 of your hit dice back, and you can take 5 points and distribute it in all of your attributes that are lacking.
Okay.
You get 5 attribute points back too.
Very cool. Thank you.
So 5 of your class die, then healing, and then 5 attribute points.
Right. Nice.
Which he immediately spends on nothing but personality.
It's your signing bonus.
Yeah. It's the conversion rate between soul points and attribute.
All right. So you get that done, Chuck.
All right. Just dumped it all into strength. My strength is now at my maximum score of 8.
Okay.
Oh, no, it's not. It's
So, you are apparently still stealth. Despite all the noise and rackets and gunshots that you've been doing, the downpour is that bad. As well as all the noise that's being made by other folks. So you can see the church just from a little bit of the flickering light from the houses on fire because everything is not lit up. And you do see the little boy in the bell tower kind of trying to motion you down to get your attention. What do you guys do?
We give him the panic signal.
Well,
like we learned in the movie.
Chance, he's a zombie. Shoot him.
Like, do we just charge, throw a bunch of cards at the big crowd while the rest of us run in? And we just charge the whole horde?
I like that idea with the slight modification.
How about we don't do that?
How about
Oh,
Killian? You have
I will signal to the child.
Oh, you're doing miming stuff again.
Yeah, I'm pointing at him and
Yeah,
I'm
this is
counting out
always
one,
wildly
and
successful.
I'm trying to. I'll try to roll personality to see how
Yes.
many there are inside the building.
Okay, yeah. Actually, make me the personality check to see if he kind of understands what you're saying. If you make the check,
13.
no problem. Okay. He tells you, or he shows you in numbers, that there are 8 people inside. But you made your roll, so there are 8 friendlies inside. No baddies inside. But he does hold up one finger and makes kind of like a looping, pointing down.
Probably means one baddie downstairs.
Well, I mean, you see a group of baddies down here, so you're not exactly
Yeah.
sure what he means by the one and then around.
Okay, so I was
You failed his
if it was-
personality roll.
yeah, if it was just the child, I could probably sneak in and take him through the near, but it seems there is more than that inside.
I think we should go with Scab's idea. Let me sneak up first, and I
Okay.
will carve my rune on the building, which, if it goes right, it will take me a minute or two to do the work.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Okay, so I do want a stealth roll if you're going to go up to the building and take a minute or two to start
I wanna
carving at it.
run it by the group first to make sure. But if it works, it would pretty much mechanically the effect I'm going for. Everyone within 100 feet gets a +2 bonus to AC. And there's effects for if this is a mythos creature, and there's effects for if it is a non-mythos supernatural creature.
Mm-hmm.
whatever you want, Dad. I'm just so proud of you trying to save these people.
Thank you, son. And go, yeah.
And if it doesn't work, I'll give you that minute.
How long does your cloak of shadows last for?
Let's take a look. Oh my gosh. Magic. Armor of Darkness, duration, it would be 1 + D6 + class level turns. And I
Okay,
did-
still up. Still up.
So a turn is like an hour, isn't it?
10 minutes.
10 minutes? Okay. So yeah, it would have been up for 50 minutes from when I first
Mhm.
cast it. Okay.
Yeah, no problem. So go ahead and make your stealth check if that's if you guys are going to let him stealth over. So you still have the benefit of all of your stuff.
Oh, 7.
Okay. So you go up and you start making your glyphs on the wall.
Yeah, I'm
And,
going with you.
Okay.
wait,
Suppose
no, if
my
you're
stealth
going
doesn't
with him,
matter.
you're going to have to stealth too. So that's the thing.
Yeah.
Were you just going to let him stealth because he's all covered in shadows, or?
Well, you can shadowy too, right?
Yeah, I'm pretty shadowy as well.
Okay, well, you go ahead and make your stealth roll as well.
Okay. So it'll be a +4 at the end of this. So 13.
Okay.
I'm not leaving my old man alone.
Here's what I'm going to do then. It is a surprise attack. It would have been right on McIntyre. But since Scab, you got over there, and I'm sure you're overlooking him while he's scribing this the symbol in. So you turn to the intruder, who is he's a pastor. He's got that collar on his neck, but again, he's got this mouthful of jaggedy teeth, and he smells of it just smells so bad of alcohol. He just springs up out of the dirt like he was covered in rainwater and mud, just laying there like he was lifeless. And as you come by, he springs up and attacks you. So this is a surprise attack.
Stupid priests going after kids.
Yeah.
Gosh darn
This is just
them.
for the first attack. Misses, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, he slides in a little bit of mud. He completely misses on it. Let's do instead of going into initiative with this, let's have a round here with just scabs in this thing as McIntyre continues to scribe, I take it.
Yeah, and I will need to give you a casting roll for that scribe as well.
Yeah. So if you can get it scribed onto the wall, I tell you what, roll me a D4, Chuck.
Sure.
It's how many rounds it's actually going to take you to scribe that thing.
Just one.
You're going to get it real quick. So, Scab, what are you going to do about this pastor here that's again trying to bite you? Much like that woman did to your hand, but still smarts an awful lot. As McIntyre is just hurriedly making these marks on the side of the building.
Oh man, I'm so sorry, but you need to go to your better place. Oh God, what am I doing? Oh, I'm sorry, sir. I'm sorry. Oh God, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
That hits,
For
and
13.
you kill a pastor.
Oh, Jesus.
You kill a pastor. You slaughter this poor guy.
Oh God, I'm so sorry. Oh,
And
please
again,
find
Scab,
peace.
where are you on your path?
I've been neutral
You
because
say,
I
okay.
try to have Scab act real good, but then
Yeah.
when the powers kick in, it's real bad.
So, Scab, these are just normal people. I mean, like they're frenzied, but these are just normal people. You just killed a pastor. He's dead at your feet. You just brained him. Macintosh finishes his spell. Go ahead, make your roll.
18, I think.
Oh.
Yeah, that's what I wanted.
Okay.
All right. So carved in a solid, immovable object. All of my allies, it says all within 100 feet, get a +2 bonus to AC.
Mhm.
And they get that bonus +2 saves against mythos creatures.
Mhm.
Mythos creatures cannot approach within 50 feet. Non-mythos supernatural creatures are uncomfortable coming within 50 feet of the sign. And they take
Okay.
a 1d penalty to all rolls. The
Ooh.
rest of the stuff is if I would have inscribed it on something movable.
McIntyre, the crowd starts to disperse, like they just lose interest. They walk off and they start finding other prey. They kind of sniff and kind of look around in this rain-slick streets and just kind of walk off. The boy he's holding on to the inside of that bell tower. He leans over to see what's going on, gives you the thumbs up, and you guys hear the front door crack open just a little bit. And there's a nun saying, "Get in here! Get in here! Please, any help you can give us, please come in.
Okay.
Be welcome to this sanctified Church of God."
Okay.
I will rush in with the madame in my
We're not
arms.
quite God at this point.
Yeah, I'll wave everyone in too. I would also like to point out that as I cast this, all water within 10 feet heats and boils and turns into steam.
Oh, so yeah, the whole place is just obscured by this mist that just grows up around it. And so, like technically, Chuck, well, no, you're still human, but you might have also just made yourself run away by casting this.
Oh God! Luckily, I'm
But
not a
no,
creature
you're still human. Just because you've pledged your enduring soul to a mythos creature doesn't
That'll come later.
Yeah, there's time for that.
So
Just vaping some holy water.
That's it.
yeah, here when the door is this is why that they were being held at bay. That door is thick. It's like almost like a foot thick of just solid oak, and it's lined with brass or copper. It's a heavy door, and you couldn't hear it from the outside, but as that door opens, you hear a bunch of children singing hymns in the background.
But thank goodness they didn't realize the walls are weaker than the door.
Right.
Okay, is everybody going in?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Okay, if anyone is on the path of darkness, make me a personality check minus how many points you are onto the path of darkness.
So, I would also like to my assistance from my patron. I'm wondering if that should have moved me down a step as well.
Not yet.
Not yet. All right.
Nope. You haven't paid for his help yet.
Okay.
That also
What
comes
save
later.
did you say I needed to make?
This is
So that's
personality check.
unplayable.
Minus however many points you are deep. Okay, you're
So this would've
uncomfortable.
been
Like you step
been
over. There it
14.
is. Oh, I forgot Jebediah had this too. Jebediah, you're uncomfortable stepping over the threshold of the church, but you can do it. It just is really just uncomfortable to you. You think of all the people that you've hurt. It's a little unnerving, even if that's not something you normally care about. It's just coming to the forefront of your mind. It's just really uncomfortable. You walk in, Pierce. You can't step across the threshold. You just cannot make yourself do it.
Dad,
Can't come inside.
Dad, why not?
I've made my choices in life.
I understand. If you want, you're not standing guard alone.
No.
I'm not letting you stay out there by yourself. I'll stay with you.
Listen, I appreciate it, but you've had a long day. You need a break. Why don't you head on in and play with those kids for a little bit? And after you get settled, then you could come and stand guard with me.
You're the best
I'll
man
put
I've
my
ever
hand
known.
on. Ivan will put his hand on Scab's shoulder. Don't worry, I will stand guard with your father and keep him safe.
Okay. He's a real good man. Watch over him.
I will, Scab. You watch over everyone in here. I need you to protect them. I'll kind of lean down and take him by both shoulders. You must fight to protect these people now. I will be outside, but I cannot help in here. You will have to be their protector.
I think I need to. Can nuns do confession? I think I need to do confession.
Oh, and my sign lasts.
I
for
don't
an
know
hour.
what that is, but if it's what you need to do.
Well, here I was imagining
go.
Ivan was like strictly Catholic, but
Yeah, only the bits he's picked up by context. He has no idea what any of it is.
Does that good, the
Perfect.
bad, and the ugly Tuco sign of the cross?
Mm-hmm.
All right, so Ivan and McIntyre, you're outside. I mean, again, you're watching people just run through the streets, running each other down. Occasionally, you see folks that are not just acting rabid. You see more of these folks with the tentacles sprouting out of their bellies, and it's almost like those tentacles are pulling them along. And they're just trying to break into houses. It looks like a good part of the population got behind doors and were able to seal themselves up. But there's several unluckies that they're just overwhelming force was able to break through a door, or they were just caught out in the streets. So I'm going to take a break from you guys, as those of you that got inside the church. First of all, as you walk in, there's a sense of peace that comes over you, other than on Jebediah. Who just feels uncomfortable, but is okay in here. The children stop.
He is trying to make it back to the line, but
so again, just uncomfortable, but nothing horrible. The children stop singing their hymns, and they all come, and they're asking, "Do you have any food? We've been locked in here all night, and we've already eaten our way through all the Holy Communion wafers." And there's no other food here. And, we broke into the wine because there wasn't any water. I haven't had wine much before, and it's fun. Everything's funny when you drink the wine.
I actually have a lot of cinnamon sticks, and I got some melted candy.
How much of the wine do you have left?
The sister doesn't even blink, and she just opens up like the cupboard underneath the altar and just gets jugs of wine she's pulling out. And she looks at you and she says, "It's communal wine. It's not the greatest, but
I'm not even drinking it. I'm just like pouring some out onto the floor and staring closely at it.
Oh, okay." She's like, "What? That's just a waste." No one in here is acting like
a weirdo. Yeah.
Yeah. No, nobody's like diving for it. The nun is goes and gets some towels and tries to wipe it up off the floor because you've made a mess in a sanctified area. But other than that, nobody in here goes wild over it.
Okay.
Maybe the ceremonial wine's exempt from all this craziness.
It would be consecrated.
Yeah.
She introduces herself.
I absolutely am offering up my character's rations though to the kids.
Oh, okay. Yeah, the kids break in. Miss Sharples just lets the kids eat. She doesn't. I mean, you can hear her stomach growl, but she doesn't ask for anything. You give it all out to the kids who are just devouring everything that you give them.
Oh, then I'll give her a cinnamon stick and some candy.
Well, no,
Chance is offering to help with one of the bottles of wine.
Yeah, that's right. Chance is a lush.
Yeah, I'll pass him the bottle that I opened up, and I'll be like, "Hey, you test this out."
She says, "Look, the pastor, fell to whatever God bless disease his town's been infected with. I happened to be at the Thirsty Cactus when those rough men showed up, and it seems to be that's where it all started. They came in, started just drinking up the place, and when the barkeep started asking for payment, the leader just bit his ear off, and then all of his people that came with him just started biting people in the saloon, and it just got crazy from there. People started acting mad and just drinking up every drop of alcohol they could find, chasing each other down, just trying to bite everybody. Oh, none of you got bit, did you? It seems to be spread by the biting. Scab, you got a big old bite on your hand.
I'm not gonna lie to you, no. It ain't done nothing funny yet.
He looked like that before.
She pours a big old glass full of wine, kind of waves it under your face, and kind of just waits to see what happens.
And I hear the pastor. He tried to bite my daddy, and then I shoved the crook through his face, and his whole skull splattered. And I'm so sorry.
She's like, so she puts the wine away when you're obviously not going for it. She says, "Kid, I'm sorry. I'm not really a nun. I just threw this on because my clothes got all messed up. I'm a teacher. I'm the Sunday school teacher. The nun and the pastor were taken by the nun. Oh my goodness, what they did to her, and the pastor. It's a mess. I don't know what to do other than come in here and pray. I get all the children. I got all the children here that were running around looking for the parents. I'm afraid." And she kind of whispers, "I'm afraid that the parents are either dead or they got infected by whatever this is."
I know that is. I've lost a lot of parents.
Serial orphan.
Oh, you're killing me, Scab. Oh.
But it all started with those group of men that came in. I was there having some lunch when they rode in.
Do you know which way the leader went to after the?
They're still in there. The Thirsty Cactus they got a distillery in the back. I mean, those few men ain't going to be able to drink their way through all that alcohol.
You'd be surprised.
What if we just light up that place?
She kind of shrugs. I don't know what to do. I mean, maybe come morning when the cleansing sun hits the adobus, maybe it'll clear everybody's madness up. I don't know. It's clear that she hasn't seen any of the tentacular things because she's still treating this like it's a disease or a madness that was spread.
I think we'll not let her know about all that horrible stuff. I'm gonna start shuffling my cards and look at Killian, say sounds like there's some saloon that we need to go to.
And that's a good place.
Cards, shall we?
That's a good place to cut it, as Jebediah says. There's a drinking place you need to frequent. All right, guys, we'll cut it there. I'm not going to say you rescued the children because they were safe in here as long as nobody breached the door. But, you got some information. You seem to have a place that you can rest up for a little bit if you wanted to, by the way. And
technically they did rescue discouraged from approaching.
Yeah, you did rescue the madam, right? Who's starting to, now that she's in a well-lit church, she's starting to really peer over at Jebediah, like she's trying to remember something. Right,
That's why he's itching to leave pretty quick.
Nice. Yeah.
Awesome. All right, guys, we'll end it there for the night then. So this whole time, your Mormon preacher guy has been with you, but that's just kind of a trope that I'm using because nobody chose a revelator, and it's really rough getting these modules if you don't have somebody that can help. I am not going to have him being helpful in combat and such. Okay.
That's
And
fine.
his healing is only
Yeah.
going to be able to be a thing once you get to someplace safe, like the church.
Yeah.
So this might be a time when he can help you out. Hiram might be a good hand for you.
I'll be able to recover my personality a little bit.
Yes, you can take a quick nap and get some personality if you want. I'm not going to do the whole 8-hour thing. You can just get a good solid rest in this church and you'll act like a night's sleep. It is a holy, sanctified church after all.
Could we say that the little outbuilding behind the post office next to the church, because I can't go in the church.
Yep.
Just somewhere I can barricade myself in, and that should be close enough to my sigil.
Post office is a good place because post office often gets payroll.
Oh, yeah.
So they're actually really good solid doors, but we'll pick up next session with what's in the post office.
Oh, okay.
All right, Chuck, you got any after roll you need to shout out there? What's going on?
Yeah, you can catch all of us regularly over on Defenders of Cobalt, twitch.tv/Defenders of Cobalt. On the Twitch channel every Wednesday at 9 p.m. Central. We play Alien, the role-playing game, where Bert and Jeremy and Dan are in that as they're playing space pirates. It's a lot of fun. Every Friday at 10 p.m. Central, Joe runs Dan, Jake, and myself through some hearts, where we try to be as chaotic as we possibly can for him.
It's going good.
Yeah. And the big cool new thing we have is every single Tuesday and Thursday on our YouTube, look for us, Defenders of Cobalt. We've got a new Pathfinder 2nd Edition campaign. We're playing all goblins. We're doing the Age of Ashes story path. We're releasing those in 20-minute episodes, so nice and easy to watch. DOK.
Cool. Jeremy, tell us about your Patreon.
Yeah, Aaron Reese on Patreon. You've got comics, maps, tokens, other RPG assets. It's fun. Check it out.
And catch me on my own stream, twitch.tv/Steam Steel Murder. We stream on Tuesdays, Fridays, alternating Saturdays, alternating Sundays. Our next game is this coming Tuesday. It's a 2nd edition Dungeons and Dragons playing in Greyhawk. I'm going to have some open days to do some play testing for some Dicey Tales, which is a pulp role-playing game. So I'll be reaching out to folks, and there'll be some extra games in the next week or two on that. Check out my podcast at BlueMagic, BLUMAGIK.com. 14 years now worth of podcasting goodness on that. We do short form games, story arcs, and then we've got some games in there that have lasted for years. So yeah, check it out. But I think we're good. Hope you folks enjoyed what you saw here tonight. You will feel sorry for that later on, wishing you'd done something better and more productive with your life, but it is what it is. Say goodbye, everybody.
Goodbye, everybody.
Goodbye, everybody.
Everybody.
I suppose I should get there it is. Okay. Goodbye.